do you think about the Nets team you guys are facing tonight?
Well, they're healthy. They're playing well in a spot that I know that they want to be in. Just fighting for that 8th, 7th, 6th spot, and obviously the top 5 teams, we're pretty solid in the Eastern Conference, and those guys can sneak right in there. And you never know what the matchups could be going into the playoffs, but they're a young core figuring it out. So it's exciting to see what they've been able to accomplish this season, starting off the way they did, and now coming on pretty strong as of late, just playing really well.
Kyrie, I apologize if you already answered this, but the quad, did that happen in Orlando or earlier?
It happened in Orlando on a continuation after a play. I went up with Aaron Gordon and came down kind of awkward on my knee, and I'm just glad I do enough work on my legs. Honestly, it could have been bad. So I'm just glad I came down the way I did, just isolated to my quad. So.
Were there any tests done or anything like that?
No, it's just literally a tight ass knot in my right quad, and I'm probably gonna need some dry needling a little bit to kind of get that spot out. But other than that, I'll just take this one out and then play against the Raptors.
In the beginning of the year, Kyrie, you're wearing that big black headband. Is there like an opportunity with Nike that allowed that to kind of get into the circulation of equipment you guys had this year, or just kind of like a style choice for you?
No, it's a style choice. It's like my hair.
You guys are coming off a couple of losses. I'm guessing you really love to be on the court tonight for this year. Is it, injuries happen, nothing you can do about it. Is it just kind of particularly a bad time right now for you?
You said you're looking lucky or glad you take care of the legs. How has your, approach changed to things like that over your career?
Just knowing my body, knowing what I need to do in order to prepare, and not putting so much pressure on the regular season, and trying to keep up with all these games. And like I said, I hate missing games, but at the same time, I've been that young guy in my career where I've had lingering injuries, and it just really doesn't matter in the big picture, So.
What do you like to see from these guys, playing a game every now and then with without you? What are you looking for when you get a chance to kind of sit back and watch them?
Well, they take advantage of the opportunity. That's really what it comes down to.
How much of a challenge, though, Kyrie, is it to get young guys to understand the sense of urgency? Because, it's a lot easier said than done, as you know.
Well, I don't want to put, like I said, the responsibility goes all the way around. And part of that is, like I said, learning, but also teaching and then explaining, what it actually means to come in and appreciate your job and have a goal in hand that is actually a championship. And, you've never gone about it in your career, you've never done it, and now you come into a season where the expectations are higher than, anything. And, I've dealt with, certain pressures like that, not as particularly the guy, but, I was on a team where there was a lot of pressure just every single day, a lot of media, a lot of attention, where it was just warranted every game. And, you want to come out and play well. And I just want to see the young guys do well as all our guys, but it's all going to take this common knowledge, basketball IQ, and just knowing what matters throughout the game. So, like I said, it's a full team responsibility, but I'm leading this thing, so I'll take this.
What you're talking about, Kyrie, to some extent is about wisdom that you kind of acquired over time.
Oh yeah, from the experience.
Right,
yeah.
and just kind of translating that to young guys who obviously they don't have that same type of experience and wisdom. How much of a challenge is that to really kind of get them to understand that without having to necessarily go through it the way you did?
Well, you get the experience through games, and being in certain situations, circumstances, people being out, people in, everybody's healthy, plays run at the end of games. Sets that we know that are going to be run against us defensively, offensively, just knowing the flow of the game and knowing the opponent. I watch so much basketball, like when I leave here, I'm obsessed with it. So the opponents that I'm playing against, I have our team film and then I have my individual film that I watch. And I'm just studying guys, so when I go out in the game, it's not anything that I'm confused on. Like, I've been playing it for a while. I feel like I was chosen to play basketball, so when I go home, I literally just obsess over basketball. Like, that's my job. And then when I come in and play, it's exciting to really get stops on guys and do the little things that matter. And when you win, you want to taste it again. And I never want to come from a place where I don't want to don't want to sound like or make it feel like I don't want to win a championship. Sometimes I may come off and say things, and never to question my teammates in public like that ever again. But it's you know, I just want to win so bad. Like, came from a place where you know, I asked for a trade, and I come in here and I believe in this organization, and I want these young guys to be successful. In order to do that, we all got to be on the same page and have that mindset that a championship or nothing. You know, and, you know, sometimes that can get the best of me at times.
Do you have to sometimes make?